Hi, this video will go over a couple of examples of how you construct indifference curves for the case of perfect substitutes. Consider the following question. Joe considers BP and Exxon gas to be perfect substitutes. Show these preferences on a map. So Joe's indifference map will have BP gas on one axis and Exxon gas on the other. If they're perfect substitutes for Joe, meaning Joe considers them both to be equally preferred, then this means that Joe likes them the same. And so on the map, first indifference curve may have 1 unit of BP gas, or 1 gallon, is just as preferred as 1 gallon of Exxon gas. Of course, additional gallons of BP gas, if it's say 2 gallons, would also translate to 2 gallons of Exxon gas. So Joe is willing to make trades, willing to give up BP gas as long as he gets the same number of Exxon gasoline in exchange. And here are a couple more indifference curves reflecting perfect substitutes. Note the slope here is -1, or an MRS of 1. For every gallon of BP gas Joe gives up, Joe would want 1 gallon of Exxon gas in return. One comment here. Perfect substitutes can have a 1-to-1 ratio, but they can have a different ratio. Let's consider a second problem. Sheila views 1 slice of cake equivalent to 2 slices of pie. Hence, these are also perfect substitutes. Show her indifference map, or preference map. And what is her MRS, or marginal rate substitution, between cake and pie? So let's sketch these indifference curves for Sheila. So for Sheila, again, putting cake on one axis and pie on the other, which good does she prefer? If she's willing to swap 1 slice of cake is equivalent to 2 slices of pie. Well, she likes cake more because someone needs to give her 2 slices of pie in return. How much more? Well, she likes cake twice as much as pie. So what is her MRS? Well, if she's willing to swap 1 slice of cake for 2 slices of pie, her MRS in this case is 1/2. That's the slope of this indifference curve. So consider the scenario where she has 1 slice of cake and no pie. She's willing to give up that slice of cake, but you have to give her 2 slices of pie in return. Or if she had 2 slices of cake and no pie on this second indifference curve, well, she's willing to give up 2 slices of cake, both those slices of cake, but you now need to give her 4 slices of pie in return. So clearly, cake makes her twice as happy. Each slice of cake makes her twice as happy as a slice of pie. Again, her MRS is 1/2, because the slope of this indifference curve is -1/2. These are both examples of perfect substitutes. The gasoline example, 1 for 1, and this dessert example for Sheila. 1 slice of cake is equivalent to 2 slices of pie. Note the straight lines in both cases for indifference curves.